There are a lot of things that you can do in Rust without even thinking about it. For example, if you need light at night, you make a campfire, right? What if I told you that you could spend just 2 hike walls and light up your entire base? Or that you can make a tiny gap in the wall and use it as a shooting spot? Or maybe that you can shoot through the roof by using the game's features? Here are 7 crazy building tips and tricks in Rust that 99% don't know. From the light ones to those that will definitely blow your mind. Make sure to hit that like button below, subscribe to the channel and check out today's sponsor. Rustly is one of the fastest growing Rust websites with a lot of games to play, many deposit methods including skins, cards and crypto, and instant withdrawals with a store full of skins. You can claim 5 free cases by using code STELIC or clicking the link in the video description. You can battle against real players or bots in games like Case Battles, Coin Flip and even Minefield and win cool skins. And if it's not enough for you, you can get a lot of bonuses and free cases every 24 hours. In fact, you can get 5 free cases right now if you click the link in the description or go to rustly.com and use code STELIC. And now, let's get back to the video. I saw the first trick on Sick Bob's channel and it really surprised me. As soon as it gets dark outside, you usually craft a campfire and place it somewhere in the corner near the entrance to light up your base. In the early stages of the game, this is the right choice, as you are unlikely to have any components for electricity. However, if you already have researches and some resources, you can craft a fluid pump, fluid splitter or fluid combiner, it doesn't matter. And you need the hose tool, it's research by default. You'll need about 100 metal and 2 hike wall for all this. Next, attach the fluid pump to the wall and connect the hose to itself. Press the R button, change its color to gray and remove this hose. For whatever reason, the game doesn't have a texture for the gray hose, so it turns bright pink. But most importantly, it's very visible at night, as well as during the day. So now you can run the hose inside your base however you like and plug it back into the fluid pump, just into a different connector. And when it gets dark, you'll have this neon light inside your base that will work without electricity and light up your walls. The next trick will surprise you even more. What if I told you that you could check what's going on outside your base through the ceiling? Sounds crazy, right? But all you need for this is to throw a regular rack next to the wall, put a bare rack on it, and place a searchlight on top of these racks as close to the wall as possible, like I'm showing. Now, if you jump on this light, press the E button, look down and start jumping, you will be pushed through the ceiling for a split second. By repeating such actions, you will be able to check what's going on outside your base, while being completely safe, and nobody will see you from the outside. By the way, if you're playing on mod servers or servers with weak anti-cheat, you can even jump through the ceiling, which makes this trick or bug even crazier. And if you have a body lying on the roof, you can loot it through the ceiling and interact with other items. For example, you'll be able to use boxes, furnaces, lockers and other objects that are above you. Maybe if you change some settings in the game, the effect will be even better. So write about it in the comments below. And be sure to try this trick before it gets fixed. And with this tip, you can shoot through the roof and surprise your enemies. And I'm sure you've never seen anything like that before. It's actually very simple. All you need to do is build 2 low foundations. Then build a half wall in the middle and add 1 ceiling. Next, build the roof at the front, so it faces you, and put a barrel at the bottom in the middle, as close to the wall as possible. Add a wall frame with the garage door on top. This door must face outward. Now, if you close the door and go inside while still holding the W button, you will be pressed as close to the roof as possible, and then start to be pushed out. In this position, you'll be able to shoot and damage other players through the roof. Such doors can be added to the shooting floor to surprise your enemies. You can also build yourself up completely with walls on the sides and make a small secret room for PvP. And that's what it's looked like on the outside. It's not something you see every day, right? But I don't know if it's possible to take damage through the roof or not, because I haven't had a chance to test it. So if you use this trick, be sure to write your opinion in the comments below. Maybe you can make this trick even better. The next trick I can't explain, and I don't think you can either. Look for yourself. For example, you have a main base, and you want to make external TCs. To do this, you build several foundations as usual, then leave only one. Build it up with walls, ceiling and doorway, and build 2 half walls in the front. In this case, you'll only be able to build 1 floor frame in the front, because the second one will keep breaking. However, if you repeat the same thing but only change one small detail, you'll have it just right. I'm about to finish building the walls and doorway, but I'll build 2 half walls first, and then add the ceiling. In this case, you can add 2 floor frames in the front, because you will have enough stability. That said, you can very easily add stability to the right external TC without building anything. As you can see, the difference in stability is only 1 unit, and to fix this, you just need to rotate the top half wall 2 times, and that's it. Like I said, I don't know how or why it works, but you should know about this tip. Now let me show you how to make a vertical gap in the wall and how you can use it. As you can see, inside it's a regular square with a few triangles, but there's a gap between them on both sides. But most importantly, you can shoot through those gaps. Yes, you'll have a limited field of view, but it's still very unusual and unpredictable. In addition, by rotating the half walls from the bottom, you can make the gap larger or smaller, allowing you to increase the viewing angle outward. And if you also add a low wall in the middle and upgrade it into stone, you can completely close those gaps. But if you rotate the low wall, they will reopen. However, even when these gaps are closed, you can still shoot through them, because there is no texture. Knowing this information, you can make a very cool invisible turret pod. Let me show you an example. From the outside, it will look like a small extension to the main base, but as soon as you try to get close to the door, you'll come into range of turrets that will start shooting at you through the wall. And the same thing will happen on the other side. But the craziest thing is that you can break the turrets, and what's more, you can't even see them. To make this extension, you need to build 7 squares from your main base with a triangle at the end. Next, remove all the squares and go back using the triangles. Upgrade the last 2 triangles into stone or metal and remove the excess wick. As you can see, you already have gaps between the foundations, so you've done it right. Next, just enclose these triangles with walls and ceilings. Right now, you have very large gaps on the sides. To make them smaller, build 2 half walls on the sides and rotate them inward. Just like this. And to completely hide the gaps, add a low wall in the middle. If you need to open these gaps, just rotate the low wall. To hide the gap at the top and attach the triangles to the main base so they don't decay, build the wall over the square and add 2 triangle roofs on the other side. If you got a V shape, then you did it right. I think we've all been in that situation, where after blowing up a wall you need to build up quickly, but you can't, because of this building block. However, this can be easily bypassed. Just get access to the TC and build a triangle with a square and another triangle on the left, and a square with 2 triangles on the right. Then upgrade these 2 triangles into stone and make a regular airlock with a single door, and upgrade it into stone as well. Now you are completely safe and can break down the boxes inside and do other things. And at the end, let me show you an old but working trap with a gap in the ceiling. From the outside, it looks like a normal base, but inside you'll have a stability bunker, as well as insane gap right under the ceiling that you can't see from the outside because of the double door. And you have the same gap under the single door that will help you catch door campers off guard. To build this trap, place 2 foundations and 1 ramp. Next, go to this ramp and build 1 triangle in the front just above the ground. Slide back to the square foundation and clip the second triangle into the first. One of them must be higher than the other. Remove the excess wick. From the low foundation, build 2 triangles and 2 squares. This will be your main core. And from the remaining triangle, begin the expansion. Just repeat after me. Upgrade the remaining foundations into stone. Next, close the main core with walls. Build 2 half walls on the left and remove the lower one. Don't forget the ceilings. On the outside, cover the triangles with walls and ceilings. The main thing is to attach the ceilings to the far walls to create a gap. Build a single doorway on the right and a double doorway on the left. Close the right doorway with walls. This will be the entrance to the base, and attach the ceiling to the doorway so there is no gap. Inside, enclose these 2 triangles with walls, and add a shelf in the middle to create a jump up. That's it, your trap is ready. Now you can make a decoy on the roof and wait for your victims. What was the most helpful tip in this video? Write about it in the comments below. And if you're looking for a new base, then here the Solo Dream Mini is a compact, yet strong and high security bunker base, designed for solo and duo players.